Plaza, forest, beach, glade, meadows, sunlit, and forgotten lands. After 3,000 hours in 2 years of playing this game, I finally fully decorated my entire valley with stunning views and gorgeous flowery paths. There is no undecorated space in this valley, so join me as I give you a tour of my beautiful and 100% decorated valley. Hi everyone, I'm Cupcake, and today I'm so excited to finally present you my fully decorated valley, and I cannot wait. So let's just start at the plaza. And we're starting here because for some reason everybody else starts their tours at their plaza, so yeah. But if you've ever dreamed of Japan, the beautiful rivers or cherry blossoms, this may be the best place for you to rest your mind and enjoy a gorgeous cherry blossom river, one of my favorite views at my valley. I had the idea of this river after I went to Japan and I didn't see it. I didn't see the cherry blossoms. So I thought, well, who needs Japan anyway? I will just make my own. On the right side of my plaza, I made a very tranquil Japanese tea house, and yes, by the way, my entire plaza is Japanese inspired. Right at the entrance we have these gorgeous lantern lighted gardens. Actually, when I built this, we didn't have the actual cherry blossom trees and the Asian looking lanterns yet, so I just worked with what I had and I think it worked really well. I tried to mimic a very serene scene and very popular Japanese tea scene with a pond right behind it, and I think it ended up great. By the way, the links of the speed builds of all major areas are in the description below in case you're interested. On the left side of my plaza, I have a sushi bar. I mean, after getting the best sushi chef and stalls in the game, how could I miss the opportunity to make a beautiful night build for him? He's also kind of scary though. Okay, yes, you are the boss now. There are so many options to go from here, but let's actually walk to my Forest of Valor, which is actually my 2.0. As we enter, we have a beautiful path leading to Mickey's house. And Mickey's house has Mickey ears. Do you see them? No, you don't? Well, I hope you do. Of course, we have a lot of greens around here. Huge gardens, because Mickey really wanted to impress Minnie and maybe he went a bit overboard. I mean, who wouldn't fall for him with such an impressive front yard, right? I love decorating the Forest of Valor because just the shade of the grass here is just magnificent, but also because there's so much room here. Though now with the floating islands, I don't have any excuses to make huge builds anymore, right? And right now we are just in front of the Beast Castle, surrounded by beautiful water rugs. I mean, real water. And beautiful cherry blossoms. I actually called this build the Beauty and the Blossoms, and it received so much love from all of you. I don't even want to remove this ever, but we'll see, we'll see. Oh, and right past the Beast Castle, I made a little romantic scene for the Lady and the Tramp. No, not the monsters. Yeah, thank you, thank you. This was supposed to be temporary, just for the Lovely Monsters Star Path test, but so many people on TikTok asked me to keep it, so I did. Okay, for the last part of the Forest of Valor, I need to move through the Frosted Heights stairs. And probably you already seen this, but it is my flower fields. A beautiful color explosion with these gorgeous nasturtiums, gracefully making a curvy path into the beach. This build has also received a lot of love from all of you guys in all my socials, and I myself am really happy just walking through this beauty. Okay, now let's walk back to enter my Frosted Heights. I actually decorated this biome at the very end, so I only had a few items left from the item limit, but I managed to add a few things here, like a cute entrance with the ice pillar. And I kept this gorgeous frosted pond. I was actually so proud of myself making this beauty because I figured I could force spawn these ice structures where I wanted them to be, and I honestly fell in love with this area. If you're interested on how to force spawn, I will also put the link in the description below. Then walking a bit, I honestly just placed the leftovers here, but I think the path and the rug in the middle lifted this area very nicely. Now back here, I made some type of ice gardens. I initially wanted to have my Frost and Fairies build here, but it required too many items and I almost reached my limits at that point. So I made something a bit more simple with a path led by these gorgeous gazebos and little hidden nooks here and there. This was honestly really fun to build, even if it's a bit simple. Now I will need to magically appear at this specific beach entrance now, because you have to see my beach specifically starting from here. Though if you saw my Little Mermaid mega build, you may already know this area, starting with this beautiful part of your world scene, which I did my best to replicate. The one where the Little Mermaid stays on the rock and then there are waves behind it. Yeah, that one. Then just turning around, we have Eric's castle. Even though the space is little, I think I was able to make it look very fancy and also beachy. We also see Eric's boat at a distance about to crash because Ariel has to rescue Eric and live happily ever after. I hope. So yeah, I'm not messing with their destiny. Then a little hidden here, but we have the scene where Sebastian is running away from the seafood salad. Actually, in my mega builds, I placed a lobster as Sebastian, but someone pointed out that he was a crab. And yes, he is a crab. But hey, it's not my fault that he actually looks like a lobster. Okay, let's walk a bit and just past the rock. We have Scuttle's area because we don't want Ariel to miss him. And right in front, I created a little area for the seaside villa. After spending all those moonies, I really needed to make this. It's time to cross the bridge, and this is all under the Sea World. I really wanted to make this area so there is no doubt that you are indeed underwater. So I included all the sea flora I found, and of course many Little Mermaid and Moana's items as well. This is just a transition area, but I added some vanity area for Ariel's favorite hairbrush, of course. Then if we walk a bit to the right, we have the most beautiful crafting station, according to me. Then again, the new one from the Frost and Fairy Star Path is probably better. I'm not sure. And we also have a seating area, Mermaids exclusive. Okay, it's time to move to Ariel's house. This was just the transition area. But as we enter, we have Ariel's beautiful house. I really wanted this area to be like a coral reef. So I included pretty much every shell-looking thing I found. And corals as well from Moana. Couldn't be missing. Then walking a bit to the right, we are entering the most romantic area of the entire beach, starring the Kiss the Girl scene. I hope Eric was finally able to kiss Ariel. If not, someone's gonna get scolded today. Now, Ariel would not be Ariel without her treasure trove. So here we have all her treasures, bravely guarded by Eric's statue, though I don't think he mind if we just take one small thing from here, would he? Okay, now for the next area, we need to walk a bit back, all the way here to discover Triton's throne. I initially had no idea how to make this area, but I got help from some ancient civilizations to finally put this together. And of course, the always loyal Sebastian is here right by Triton's side, just chilling, I guess, and maybe singing. Now let's walk a bit back just to enter this area. Okay, so one of my favorite songs of all Disney movies has to be Under the Sea by the greatest singer of the seven seas, Sebastian. So I did my best to replicate the scene here where he's singing it, though there are some instruments we just don't have in the game, so I really struggle with this one, but I think it ended up super cute. I believe the next area does not need presentation because this is, of course, the entrance to Ursula's lair. Very purple and witchy. I wanted to create some kind of cave around her house, and I have to say the purple glowy items in the game are just the coolest items ever. So yeah, hands down. Also, I was not the biggest fan of the rock concert star path, but oh my god, these colored fountains are stunning. I've been using them in practically all my builds lately. Okay, I think from here we can just walk to the meadows. And we are just entering the boutique area. If you've seen my previous post, you may know that I used this build to host a fashion challenge. And we have so many amazing dress design submissions. And the winner got a big pack of moonstones. It was just a very fun event and very beautiful. And this was actually the runway for the fashion challenge. And of course, I made this very pink and purple because the next area is actually Daisy's house. Oh, just the beautiful colors of Daisy's house inspired me to put this one together. A lot of pinks and purples again, a very pretty and calm seating area on the right side. Then on the left we have a hair salon for Daisy's multi-millionaire businesses. She will surpass Scrooge one day. I mean, you never know. Then I wasn't able to do much for Minnie's house because of the space, but I really wanted her to be close to her best friends. I mean, they didn't see each other in years, so I'm sure they will appreciate the thought. Okay, let's walk to the other side of the meadows. And here I tried making something very simple but kind of regal for Scrooge, mostly to save some items because I was running out of items. I placed the Big Mickey fountain as well, surrounded by beautiful pink flora from Eternity Isle, which I've been trying to use all over the meadows. We also have right here Remy's restaurant and house. It doesn't have a lot, again, because of the item limit, but probably in my 2.0 version, they may get more love, but maybe not today. Another beautiful build that has received so much love from all of you is my Monsters Alley, with a cute little street that plushy monsters are trying to cross. Two beautiful Monsters Inc. buildings, and this first one is actually my house, so that's why I have all my basic utilities here, ready to be used. Now this is the main alley. I feel using the plushies here just gave it life and an extra pinch of cuteness. And the other side is actually a comedy contest that I am pretty sure is really good because it's always crowded. Okay, now we are walking into my very first build at the Glade. It ended up so magical that I haven't moved it since last year. And this is where the fairies roam. The glittering of the dreamlight trees and the pillar just in front of the pond makes this area so magical. I've been expecting some fairies to appear here after building this, but let's just say I'm still waiting. Where are you, Tinkerbell? Okay, we're walking right behind this, so I can show you. Well, this is just a transition area, but when I built this, I just got this gorgeous fountain, and I think anything you do with it, it turns out gorgeous. Just look at this beauty. Okay, let's walk a bit far from here. Well, not that far, but this is my mushroom forest now. I have to say, when I built this, we didn't have the mushroom items to place, so I had to force spawn these mushrooms in somewhat of a path, but I did later add some glowing mushrooms as well. And this beautiful path moves through a transition area around the pond into my fairy circle. I feel it may be time to move this fairy circle into Ever After and add more fairy stuff, because I made this way before Storybook Bale. So I worked with what I had, but I still feel it looks very pretty, and those crystals at the center are just exactly what this area needs. Okay, let's walk through the willow tree, which I had almost 0 items left as well, so I just kept it very simple, but I didn't dare to remove Mother Gottel's little mirror spots because, you know, Mother knows best. Okay, now we're moving directly into Merlin's house. This build was originally at the forest of... Wait, where's Merlin's house? Okay, we're moving directly into Merlin's house, which is here. But I had it at the Forest of Valor originally. Anyway, right here we have a round magical thingy. This was actually my first cute circled thingy I made, and I am still in love with it. What is it? I don't know, but it definitely looks magical. We have his library exterior for his studies. I think I removed some of the books here to simplify it, but and if we walk back a bit, we have around this pond just a few leftovers from the fairy godmother's build that I have to remove because I had Tiana's palace here. Yeah, I felt Tiana had to be at the glade. With a beautiful train so she can get visits from New Orleans and also from Mars, I guess. Then crossing the river, we are greeted by our little frog host that will lead us into this gorgeous gazebo, which I was very happy to know that you could actually decorate from inside. Then we might need to wait our turn to get into this gorgeous outdoor restaurant area that seems to be very popular in the frog community. Then if we walk to this side, we have a gorgeous entrance for the palace with a few frogs around there jumping around. Also inside this gazebo, really cute. And then right after this door, Tiana wanted a little space for little Louise, who should be running around here somewhere. Yeah, there you are. Then I didn't do much with Tiana's house because I ran out of space, but I thought it just made sense to keep her here. Okay, next stop is Sunlit Plateau. So let's walk through, walking, and we need to meet sweet little Wally here. This first build is another of those who received a lot of love from all of you, and I am very happy with that, because I really spent so much time trying to create a beautiful garden shape here and making it raunchy but still look like it's Wally's garden. So yeah, a lot of work behind this, but I ended up loving this. You'll see a lot of robot helpers around. And of course, Eva is always poking her head around here just to see Wally. I used to have 2 exits here, but I added my Harvest Festival build, so now it's blocked. But let us actually walk through. Yeah, let's walk back into the path to the mines. And I didn't want to leave it bare, so I did a cute little path, very simple but still beautiful. Then let's come back to see Mirabelle's house. With a grand table for all her family to eat together, have a good time, and not talk about Bruno. Right, Mirabelle? Okay, it is time to walk to the most beautiful bridge transition on my entire valley, starring the most beautiful pillar, the Circle of Life pillar. This entrance just looks gorgeous at this time of the day. And this path leads to Pride Rock area. I think I used to have more here, but I had to simplify for the item limit. But I just love the shape of these two rocks here because it just marks the fishing area pond just beautifully. I love that. Then on this side, we have an area of the mighty jungle for the lying to sleep tonight. Also making a beautiful decoration on the other side of the pillar. Then just walking through these branches, we have a small dinner area that serves humans and lions. Because if you don't feed the lions, well, just ask Donald what happens. Yep. Then walking through this secret path, we have a beautiful oasis area with little lions just hiding to pounce on you as you enter. But I mean, they are just playing. Yeah, I think. I'm actually just realizing right now that I made a huge area for Simba, but this is not actually a mega build. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to create a mega build of the Lion King. I think it would be very fun to build. Okay, now we have Scar's lair, a very green and very villainous area just for him, though he sometimes is a very well-behaved kitty, I must say. I mean, he practices his courtesy often, so that's good, right? Then just crossing the river, we have a gorgeous Harvest Festival area with one of my favorite aerial views as I try to create a tree with these leaf rugs that go from green to red, representing the initiation of autumn. I just thought that was super cute and I just made it. Okay, now it's time for you to know why I moved Scar away from the elephant's graveyard, or maybe you already know, but this is actually the entrance to my Halloween Town mega build. And if you watch my mega build, there are a few updates I made, starting with this tree that now is actually the actual tree we got from Jack's arrival. Then let's not forget the Forgotten Lands again and enter this area, which is Zero Cemetery, with a lot of tombs, obviously, and a few ghosties around. But don't worry, they are friendly, I think. We also have here Sally's herb plantation, so she can keep her hobby going. Mike Wazowskis are not permitted in this area. Oh, I am watching you, Mikey. I am watching you. He should be just doing his paperwork. Then I had a whole terrain especially for Jack and Sally's romantic scene at the mountain, which, I mean, it doesn't look very safe, but that's fine. I don't think they are alive anyway. Then we also have Halloween Town Plaza with my best shot at the background houses in the movie. We have around here a place for our witches to brew their potions. And another for Jack to present the presents to Halloween Town. Then let's walk through this little transition area. And this actually leads to the renewed Jack's house. Of course, we still have some leftovers of Jack's time as Santa Claus. So we still have a sleigh, some Christmas presents, and oh, we also have the three musicians just gossiping about Jack, like always. Then we have my first ever stairs rug that leads into Jack and Sally's house. Then on this side, we also have a whole decoration just for Jack's chair. Honestly, just sitting here, I really feel like the Pumpkin Queen. A very proper one. And this is not all, we still have some parts to cover. So let's go around here to see the tree house. Which is actually Lock, Shocks, and Barrel's house with an elevator to their tree house. Okay, I did what I could with what I have at that time. But I could not decorate the actual tree house, so the actual house is back here with lots of candy, scary stuff around. And a walking bathtub to bring Santa Claus here and into Oogie Boogie's lair. I really hope you like Oogie Boogie's lair because I spent so much time figuring out how to recreate this place because it was so purple and glowy and strange and kind of trippy, but nothing that can't be solved with a few pieces of custom furniture. That was my entire valley. Let me know which biome was your favorite. Thanks for watching and have a very sweet day.